guys, welcome back to California Cooking. Today we have such a fun show lined up for you. I'm getting in the kitchen with Emmy-winning actress Shohreh Aghdashloo. Then I'm making an egg and potato dish that could work for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Plus, Eric Spillman is taking us to one of his favorite seafood spots in his neighborhood. First up, Shohreh Aghdashloo is an Emmy award-winning actress and she loves her job, but she also happens to love cooking and hanging out with her family, so I got the chance to spend the afternoon with Shohreh. We cooked, we ate, and we talked, and she told us all about why food and family and tradition is so important to her. This woman is very special because whenever I'm around you, there is just a light from within. You are happy, you are joyful, you are joyous. Where does that come from for you?
What's there not to be happy? What's the reason not to be happy? Every morning when I wake up, I realize that nothing is broken. My family is safe. I have a job, and I wake up to live.
When did you know you wanted to be an actor?
5 years old.
5 years old?
Yes.
Apparently your name means famous?
Shohreh, yes. How did you know that?
Maybe this is what you were always meant to do. Is that how you feel?
I'm more alive when I'm working, when I'm on the stage. I was in London and a friend of mine told me that, how come you're still doing it? Aren't you tired? I said, to be honest with you, I haven't found nothing that would excite me as much as this profession. Now that I'm done with my daughter, she's 29, almost ready to receive her, propose.
Oh, really?
We're waiting. We're waiting. James.
Come on, James.
His name is James.
You have a movie coming out this summer.
It's called A Simple Wedding.
Yeah.
The story started 10 years ago. When I met with Rita Wilson, she said that she had produced My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Of course, it was a huge hit, that movie.
Rita sent me a script written by an Iranian writer-director, Sarah Zangieh. I read it and I fell in love with it. I said, I have to do this.
The premise of the movie is you're the mother.
Iranian girl, I'm the mother of the bride. Rita is the mother of the groom. Iranian girl is marrying an American boy. And of course, there are the two cultures, the clash of cultures.
And then the show that you're shooting for Amazon.
The Expanse. It's about 200 years from now, and the geopolitical situation of the world.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we're with them. Last year they picked us up, but we were almost canceled.
Did fans of the show save the show?
Fans saved the show. I had never seen anything like this before.
Okay, back to James. No, I'm kidding.
James.
Cooking is important to you, to your family, but your grandmother taught you how. Is that true?
Yes, absolutely. Little by little, just by watching her. Every time she cooked, I would go to the kitchen, sit next to her. She would tell me stories about a certain dish, how the dish was created. She was the one who taught me about, all the events about the Iranian New Year. This celebration takes 13 days.
So you made a Nowruz table so we can look at it.
By all means, I made it for you.
Oh, I'm so
Come
happy.
take a look at it.
So is this a typical table? It's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Gorgeous, nah?
It's so nice.
Really, really nice. Yes, typical. This installation has to have 7 items that starts with the letter S or sin. Seke, coin, symbolizes wealth. Senjed, it's sweet berry, symbolizes affluence. Serke, vinegar, symbolizes health and disinfection. Seer, garlic,
Yes.
again, disinfection and health.
But your garlic is dipped in silver.
Exactly, yes. You can paint
Is that
them.
a little touch that you did?
Yes, I did, yeah. This one is samanu, it's like a pudding. Its sweetness should remind you of the sweet moments in life. Sombol, and it brings the sweet scent. Sib, apple, symbolizes health. Eggs symbolizes fertility, and of course, life. The fish, life.
You're gonna make a typical dish that you would serve on
Exactly.
Nowruz.
And it is called sabzi polo.
Sabzi polo. So rice, we've got the rice.
Yes. I boiled the water before you got in.
Okay.
Poured the rice in it.
Yeah.
And now I want you to try it and tell me if it's al dente enough for us to rinse it.
It's perfect.
Should be.
And you know what? You salted the water, yeah?
Of course, salt and
taste
also
that
little
immediately.
bit of oil.
Okay.
Just a little bit. For the bottom,
Yeah.
for the crunchy part, 1/4 of water.
Okay.
And then, don't worry, it goes to the bottom. Almost half of 1/4.
So we got grapeseed oil.
Guess
Okay.
what?
It was off. We show our mistakes and all. You know, that's what cooking is.
That's what the beauty of life is.
Yes.
Is the flaws.
Yes. Okay, you're
now it's
boiling.
boiling.
What is this called?
It's called sabzi.
Sabzi. Sabzi?
Like
Herbs. As your friend Jaja would say,
Yes.
it means herbs.
herbs,
Yes.
exactly. Herbs.
Jaja's in the corner over here, and
Yes.
she's fabulous, and we'll see her soon.
Definitely.
How long have you and Jaja been friends?
45 years.
No.
Yes.
You're layering rice and herbs.
And this is what we make for Persian New Year.
Okay.
No matter what, no matter who we are, where we are, whether we can afford it or not,
Yeah.
we have to make this.
Oh.
We pour a little bit of
More oil?
this, and first 10 minutes is going to be on medium.
Okay.
After that, we turn it into low.
Okay.
But we're going to make a mixture ready for 10 minutes before we serve it.
Yes.
We need to add this mixture.
Okay. What is
Saffron.
this?
Saffron.
The world's most
Exactly.
expensive spice.
And absolutely
Yeah.
$1,000 an ounce.
Wow.
for it.
Okay.
Turn
a
it
minute.
into like a powdery
Right.
saffron.
Oh my gosh. And this will give it a beautiful color because the bottom of the rice is always yellow.
Yellow, absolutely. Again, 1/4 of water.
You don't want to waste any of that expensive spice.
No,
you know?
I really
Yeah.
don't.
No. Teaspoon or so
Teaspoon,
of
absolutely.
grapeseed oil.
Now, 10 minutes before we serve the rice.
Okay.
We're gonna boil this, pour it over the rice, wait for 10 minutes, and then serve it.
Okay. Yes.
It's ready. I think it's
Really?
ready. It should be ready.
So are we
Okay.
gonna dump it?
Yes, we're gonna dump it,
What
yeah.
is it? What do you want it to look like under here when we dump it?
Sort of saffron color,
Yeah.
yellowish saffron
Okay.
color, in one
Crunch.
piece. Crunch, exactly.
I wish you luck.
Yeah, do it. Exactly.
Stretch out. Good.
Such a difficult movement.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
That's beautiful. Look at that.
Thank you.
See? Okay, this is amazing. A whole fish.
Smoked the whole fish, exactly. Smoked.
Wow. Now, how did you do this?
45 minutes, nothing. Just put a little bit of olive oil
Yeah.
on it, sort of with brush, just a
Yeah.
little. And put it in the aluminum foil, 45 minutes on 350.
That's it.
That's the
Is
fish.
this a different kind of fish? or-
White fish,
White, okay.
exactly.
Just a fillet.
Just a fillet, exactly. What I do, I first soak them in egg yolk.
Look at how beautiful.
Not bad, huh?
Oh, we have such a beautiful spread, but also beautiful Jaja.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. What a pleasure.
This is your best
The
friend.
thing is, am I allowed to tell them how long we have been? We've been friends for 45 years.
Wait, Jaja, she wasn't supposed to say.
Yeah.
45 years. I can't believe it.
No. And I helped deliver Tara.
No.
I was in the delivery room.
And she said, I would have cut anything and everything because I was in pain for 2-3 days.
Okay, what do you think of James?
I love James.
Adore.
I love James. James, there just can't be anyone better for Tara.
Yes, yes.
How important is friendship, though? A friendship like this?
It's the most important thing on the face of the earth.
Very.
The fact that you guys are in the movie together, you play her mother.
Mother, yes. my
All right,
pleasure.
shall we eat, lady?
Yes,
I
please.
have to get the fish, the yogurt.
How do you like it?
Yeah.
Delicious.
This is the best.
You like it?
really.
You know who's the best? The two of you. Honestly, this has been so delightful. Mwah.
Merci.
Mwah.
Thank you, Jessica.
Oh my gosh, what a great afternoon with Shohreh and Jaja. We laughed so much. If you want that complete sabzi polo recipe, which was delicious, go to ktla.com/cooking. Coming up, it's a hip seafood spot with an ocean view. Eric Spillman takes us to one of his favorite restaurants, Blue Plate Oysterette in Santa Monica. Plus, does Levi like lamb chops? We'll find out. But first, I'm making an egg and potato dish that could work for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. My love for potatoes is infinite, and this dish would be great for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It's a crispy smashed potato with a poached egg on top. And yes, I'm afraid of poaching eggs, but really, it's easy. Take a look. This dish, I think, would be so good for brunch, or maybe, you know, sometimes you want eggs for dinner. This would be the perfect meal. So I have these little baby potatoes, and I've boiled them in water already. They're almost all the way cooked through, but not too mushy. And here's what we're gonna do, because we're gonna smash these potatoes. We're gonna add jalapenos, onions, dill, parsley, capers, feta cheese, and top it with a poached egg. So to start, I'm gonna smash these little babies with a heavy glass. And you want them to still hold their shape enough where when you put them in the pan, we're gonna put them in the pan with butter and olive oil, that they crisp up around the edges, but they still look like a whole potato. And any little potato would do. The little round ones, these are fingerling. Now we've got them smashed, we're gonna take them back and fry them up in the pan. We've got our skillet with some olive oil, and I'm also gonna add a tablespoon of butter, because potatoes and butter are best friends. We want it on a medium-high heat because the potatoes are cooked, so we just want them to get crisp on the edges. And we're gonna place them in and get them nice and browned. One more. While the potatoes cook, I'm gonna poach an egg. Poaching an egg has always been scary to me because they can break, and you want them to be perfectly soft in the middle, but not too soft. We've got a gentle boil happening, so you have to monitor that. I've got it on medium-high heat, and you're gonna add some acid to the water. So you could add vinegar, you could add a little bit of lemon juice, just a little squirt. Apparently the acid helps the egg come together. Coagulate, maybe would be the word. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack an egg, and I always get a little nervous poaching eggs. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna crack it into my glass. Poaching of the egg is a perfect science. The other thing that's a must for poaching eggs, you have to get the water to swirl, because when you drop the egg in, the swirling water helps it all form into a cute little poached egg. So here we go. We're swirling the water. I cracked my egg into a glass so it's easier to dump, and go. Okay, it looks good. We didn't break it, and it's swirling around. It's gently boiling, so we let that sit in this water for 5 minutes, and then we'll check, depending on how done you like your egg. You want it to have, when you put your fork into it, you want the yolk to run out over the potatoes. Let's flip these little guys. Ooh, you want them nice and crispy. So just let them go. Oh yeah. Come on. Come on. I'm using a spoon to try to cradle it, because they're all so delicate because they're smashed, so you want them to stay together. And, all right. Oh, one last one. There we go. And we want to add some salt and pepper to our potatoes. Okay, I think I'm gonna take my poached egg out. Are we ready? Come on, baby. Okay, it's okay. Ta-da! Look at it! Potatoes coming out. Crispy, smashed potatoes coming out. We're not done with these yet, because I'm gonna fry up some onions. Onions in, a little more olive oil. Woohoo! Salt. So while my onions are cooking, I'm gonna slice up some thin slices of jalapeno because I want this to be a spicy potato egg dish. And you know how jalapenos will vary. Sometimes you'll get one that knocks your socks off. Sometimes they're not too bad, so I'll just add a few slices. You just want these to get nice and soft. Okay, onions and peppers out. Okay. I'm gonna fry up some capers to put on top of our potatoes. So I drain them, and they're gonna go in here, and they're just gonna pop. Little bit of oil to help them. So we have our smashed potatoes with jalapenos and onions and our fried capers. We're gonna just put those on top, and then I got a block of feta cheese, and I'm gonna do some feta cheese crumbles on top of the potatoes. I think the feta is gonna be so yummy. It's so salty and sharp. I'm going to add some flat leaf parsley and then my favorite dill. This dish has so many flavors going on. A little bit of dill. And then our cute little poached egg is gonna go on top. And what I do when I take the egg out of the water, I put it on some paper towel so it's not wet. But you want your egg to be dry. And then we put this little guy on top. This is one delicious brunch dish. I would be so happy to have this for brunch or dinner. Now it's the moment of truth. Did we perfect our poached egg? All right, first let me try a potato. Crispy, crunchy, okay. I'll get a little jalapeno, a little potato, some dill. That is a yummy dish. Oh, I would love that dish any time of day. And I would only poach eggs when you have the time. Otherwise, a fried egg on top would be great too. Coming up, where does Eric Spillman go for a good meal? He takes us to one of his favorite seafood spots. And then, does Levi like it? I'm making him lamb chops, but I think it's the sauce that he's really gonna love. We'll see. On to a hip seafood joint that's bringing New England to Santa Monica. It happens to be one of Eric Spillman's favorite spots in his neighborhood, and he loves to grub on their lobster mac and cheese. Take a look.
Hey Jessica, this is Santa Monica, and so sometimes we do get around by riding scooters. But in any case, let's say you're looking for a great place to get lunch or dinner. You want some fresh seafood, you want some oysters, and you want sort of the closest thing you can get to an East Coast clam shack here in California. Blue Plate Oysterette is the place. It's fantastic, and I've been coming here for years. So we're here with Dom Crisp. He's the chef.
Yeah.
You're in charge of this whole thing.
Executive chef, yeah. I mean, I have a good team, but yeah, I am in charge here, yes.
And what are you trying to create here in terms of ambiance for Blue Plate Oysterette?
I think that we aspire to just promote freshness and the beach vibe that, I mean, we're right across the ocean. Specifically, I wanted to talk to you about my friend Dylan. He grows the bay waters. We get them the same day that they're harvested. So Dylan and his crew of about 10 people, it's a really small company up in Hood Canal, Washington. They're up there, they harvest at night, they box up the oysters, they ship it to us, and then we go pick it up at LAX and we can serve it that night. We have great dishes like our crab cake, which people love, that has the East Coast vibe. We definitely have to pay homage to our close proximity to Baja, and especially the West Coast vibe of just being here in California.
And this place is unique in the sense that the kitchen is really a part of the restaurant.
What you see is what you get. You're gonna see me yelling for plates. You're gonna see my guy Bernie just shucking away. All right, here you go. Here's what you ordered.
Oh,
Some of our favorites.
this is awesome. All right,
Yeah,
that's outstanding.
it's good. Well
It's got a
done.
little crunchy flavor to it.
Oh, yeah.
What is that from?
Just a little bit of breadcrumb on the top, and yeah, it's pretty straightforward. We just do it with a nice 3-cheese blend.
And beautiful big pieces of lobster meat. in
Oh
here.
yeah,
Come
absolutely.
on. Huh?
Absolutely.
All right, so this is the curry mussel.
I mean, this is kind of like our Pacific homage to preparation of mussels. Just a little bit of cilantro. We have Acadian mussels. Just a little bit of garlic and shallot for aromatics. So you just squeeze some of the lime on top.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
So good. The good thing about curry is it is spicy and a little bit rich, but it doesn't take away from the sweetness of the mussel, you know, the natural, delicate nature of the mussel.
It's outstanding.
itself.
And if you are having any like nasal problems,
Yes.
gone.
Exactly, it's perfect.
Blue Plate Oysterette is located on Ocean just north of Santa Monica Boulevard. I have had my fill of oysters. It's time for me to ride on home. See you here sometime.
Eric, be careful on that scooter. But thanks for taking us to your favorite seafood joint. I love Blue Plate Oysterette. Their oysters, so good. Now for Levi Likes It. I'm making him an easy weeknight meal. It takes 5 minutes to make lamb chops with a special herb sauce. But does he like it? Levi, do you want to try a lamb chop? Little bite, not the whole thing. What do we think?
Yummy.
You like it?
Yes.
Wow. Should I call you Levi or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Got it. He likes it, and I think it's because it has a handle. If you want to know how to make these lamb chops, go to ktla.com. That does it for us, but if you want to hear more of my conversation with Shohreh Aghdashloo and her projects coming up and her love of cooking and family and tradition, you can go to our California Cooking Podcast. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next week. What do you think
Umbilical
about
cord.
Jason?
I love it. It's not Jason,
It's
it's James. I love James.
Wait, take two.
Actually, I love
I
that.
thought that was adorable. Leave it.